So in today's video, we're going to go through an icon. I was a big fan of Shaquille O'Neal as a kid, better known as Shaq. He's worth over $400 million and growing. We're going to go through what Shaq's doing as a franchisor, franchisee, investor, and just a brand personality for a lot of these franchises that he's associated with. He was one of the greatest NBA players of all time, selected first in the 1992 NBA draft by the Orlando Magic. He was a center and played until 2011, so pretty long career for an NBA player. He won 4 NBA titles, 3 NBA Final MVP awards, and was the NBA Most Valuable Player in 2000. So during Shaq's long NBA career, he accumulated a salary nearly of $300 million. So assuming he had some pretty big expenses, including taxes, houses, maybe some private jet flights in there, where did the other $100 million come to get a net worth of $400 million? A big answer behind that's franchising. So he has pretty humble beginnings in franchising and had time as a franchisee. We're going to go through all the franchise brands that he's been associated with, or at least some of the largest holdings that he's had. And let's start first, though, with a franchisor, a franchise brand that he's a direct investor in and is really leveraging his personality, that Shaq brand, together with this franchise. And this franchise is called Big Chicken. It started in Las Vegas. They have about 10 locations throughout the United States. They opened up in Carnival Cruise Line, so leaving out of Miami, 5 minutes from our office in Miami Beach. And it's a growing brand, a bit in a crowded space in the chicken segment of quick service restaurants, fast food. He also owns 40 24 fitness gyms, 150 car washes. He has interest in movie theaters, shopping centers, and nightclub. He's the second largest individual shareholder of Authentic Brand Group. They have notable subsidies such as Forever 21, Barney's New York, JCPenney, and Reebok. So going back to the franchisor, Big Chicken prides itself on delivering a menu of bold flavors mixed with home-cooked childhood flavors. They have a couple of signature products like the Big and Sloppy Sandwich. So I wish Shaq the best of luck with Big Chicken, but it's definitely a crowded space with big brands like Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, emerging brands like Dave's Hot Chicken, but with a lot more locations and growing a lot more aggressively. So they have currently 10 locations, as I mentioned: Arizona, California, Illinois, Louisiana, New York, Nevada, Ohio, Texas, Washington, and as well as on Carnival Cruise, so leaving out of the port in Miami. Again, I mentioned their competitor, Dave's Hot Chicken, has commitments to open up another 500 locations on top of the 75 locations that they're opening up in 2022. You can make pretty good money from Dave's Hot Chicken based on our estimates at about $250,000 per location, where Big Chicken has not yet defined itself in this category with just 10 locations. And let's see when it passes the 50 mark and passes the 100 mark. Other past brands that Shaq's been involved with include Five Guys. He had an ownership stake in 155 Five Guys locations, what roughly accounts for 10% of the entire Five Guys portfolio. So that's definitely a lot of hamburgers that Shaq made possible. I imagine millions of hamburgers were sold through those locations. He also owns 17 Annie Ann's pretzel restaurants, which we've done a video on. And he became a spokesman and director of Papa John's Pizza and really turned around that nightmare PR situation with their CEO, Snyder, back in 2019. He currently owns 9 Papa John's outright, and he has a nice empire in pizza, hamburgers, and now chicken with Big Chicken. By being contracted by Papa John's, he had an $11 million compensation plan. It's presumed that some of that compensation might be rolled into opening up subsequent franchise locations of Papa John's to increase his count from 9 units and beyond. Shaq has also begun franchise opportunities with world-renowned donut chain like Krispy Kreme, and he acquired one of their marquee locations in Atlanta, Georgia. So he's definitely an outlier, Shaq. It's reported about half of NBA players go broke following the end of their career, just living an extravagant lifestyle and oftentimes being taken advantage of on their financial investments. So Shaq was an inspiration on the court, and he's a big time entrepreneur icon for everyone now aiming to start and operate their own business, franchise, and be an investor / operator in the United States. I hope you found this episode informational. If there's other icons that you see that are getting into the franchise space, just leave us a comment. We'd love to dig into their holdings a bit and what franchises they're involved with. Thanks.